welcome to GL Sports. Myself, Gianluca Chestiron, the host here of the GL Sports podcast, but now also GL Sports Games presents a Gene Rally. GL Sports Gene Rally F1 2026 season. Oh, I nearly got through that one unscathed. It wasn't to be. I make mistakes all the time here. Get used to it here in GL Sports. We have fun. Just here for have fun. Just want to listen to my own voice. That's why I do this. A long time a broadcaster here. Good old GL. Just enjoy myself now. Back to the day job, but now I'm enjoying myself here more on YouTube and on Spotify with GL Sports. And so let's get into it here. This is a review of yesterday's video. And speaking of getting things wrong, I got some things wrong yesterday as well. Something I was going to get to in a while. One thing, we've adjusted the scoring system here. So we're going to have a review of the Grand Prix from Australia, from Albert Park, Melbourne. Because as you can see here, we're going to have, I don't know what you can see. I haven't decided what you're seeing yet in the background. But we do have a race A and race B of the top 12. The F1, the top 12, our top division, our top tier. Then we have the F1 Division 2 guys. They're going to be racing in the next weekend. Don't worry, not forgetting about those guys. I think in the background, actually, we are going to have Isaac Hadger's qualifying lap. He set the fastest time in qualifying at 16.69. And here's the thing, actually, in our spreadsheets, our beautiful spreadsheets, which were kind of a little bit off as well. We've kind of fixed them up, and in this video they're going to be better than yesterday's. We're finding our feet here. We're only finding our feet here. It's going to get so much better. I've written, for some reason, I think I've written, I typed 16.62. He was actually a 16.69. So I don't know why I did that. Again, I'm often under the influence slightly here on GL Sports. We call it commentating under the influence. We do scabs as well, sports comedy audio blogs. We do history, all that. Anyway, I don't want to go into that every time. We are new here on YouTube though. So Piastri, Hadjar, Piastri, Norris, they were your 1, 2, 3 from qualifying. And they get into what we call race A, along with Hamilton, Leclerc, and Bierman, and then race B. Then was Russell, Verstappen, Stroll, Lindblad, Albon, Antonelli, because on Gene Rally, the 2003 PC game, we're simming this on. You only have 6 drivers at a time, which is just as well because we can barely keep up with that as it is, which is why we have to do this review video. Because again, we missed things. There were certain things we missed doing the live one. We have our live weekend video, and then this one is just the same footage, but we do it now with our second pair of eyes. Well, same eyes, my eyes, for the second time. So is that all good? Yeah, I think we're good. I think we can now proceed. I'm going to press play here, and I'm not going to do it like the previous one, like we did for Bahrain preseason qualifying, where I acted like it was live. I want to be more like kind of like analyzing this, because it was confusing now. These are the important races. Of course, for the preseason I did do it live, but then for the review I pretended I was kind of doing it live again, which I acknowledge obviously. But for this one, I just want to review some things I was confused about at the time, and some highlights. Okay, so let's do it. We're going to start now with, like I said, with race B. So we're going to start with race B. So the grid there, as you can see on the right-hand side of your screen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Russell, Verstappen, Stroll, Lindblad, Albon, Antonelli from top to bottom. That's going to be who we're going to be watching right now. Oh yeah, the other thing, actually, we revised the scores since yesterday, because the scoring system was kind of the last thing we decided on. And we decided for some reason 7 points would go to the winner of race A, down to 1 point for the winner of race B. So they're combined at the end, and the fastest lap as well combined. They will also get an extra point. But then we decided no, we want whoever to come first should get extra points over whoever comes second, and same for them over third. So now it's going to be 12. It's a top 12, so they're going to get 12 points to represent that. It's perfect. So whoever wins, not this one, the race B, they will. But race B, we've adjusted that too. So the winner of race A will get 12. Second place in race A will now get 9. So there's going to be a 3-point difference. So that means it makes it mean something to win. Obviously, in F1, there's way bigger scores and all that in the real F1. So they'll get 9, and then again to establish that it's worth getting second over third. The next third will get 7. And then it's kind of then for the other 3 then in race A it's 6, 5, 4. And then for the top 3, then in race B, it's 3, 2, 1. I think that's way better then, because originally we only had the winner of race B getting 1 point, nobody else getting points in race B. It makes it kind of pointless for the other guys, literally. So we thought there should be some reward for coming in the top 3 in race B, we thought. So then for F1 Division 2, we'll come to their point system next week, but I think they go 3, 2, and 1 basically. That's it actually for the winner of those. But they have a slightly different system. There's 10 guys there, so we'll come to that next week. That's Shanghai's deal. That's it. That's the scoring system explained. So we're going to go to race B now first. I've talked long enough here already. I want this to be brief. This may be briefer. It will be though anyway. Okay, let's launch it. Let's launch a Gene Rally now. Here we go. Yep, there we go. You can hear my sound in the background. Let me make my screen. I can't make it too big because I'm watching this from my program, my video program. Okay, here they go. It was a great start there for Russell. Great start for Russell, and then there's contact. You can hear the bangs there. I think that was Verstappen and the rest of them there. And it was good that we have the names on the screen here. So this is the first mad moment of the season. Keep your eyes on Verstappen. He goes into the pits and he crashes into the wall, and unbelievable. It shows us treacherous, and then he drives backwards. He turns, or he does a U-turn to go facing backwards into the pits. So that first pit lane there's obviously the first one is his garage, and then he comes out, and you can see there on the bottom of the screen. So I have them named, the names I've put in myself. Russell in first, Lindblad second. Oh yeah, so here's one thing, and Antonelli third. I keep on in the original broadcast and in the previous qualifier episode, I keep on getting Lindblad and Albon confused, and every time I go to say Lindblad, I say Albon. I say Albon at least 3 times, and there goes Max again. Max crashes again there. You can see at the bottom of the screen again, he crashes. That was one thing I wanted to correct. So I think that this is basically done. Lindblad was running in third for a lot of the race. I kept on calling him Albon. I think it's like I said, I'm kind of dyslexic. I'm not good with numbers or letters, and especially if you have the BLA in Lindblad and the ALB in Albon, and they have similar color cars. So we're on 5 of 9 now, lap 5 of 9. You can see that on the left hand side, and you can see for each driver, it has their race position in the yellow numbers on the left, and then the white numbers on the right are the laps completed. So that's what they are, and then their best lap times are beneath. If it's green, it's their that means it's their I think is that their personal best. Well, it just changed there. The green means the lap they just did was their personal best, I think. Okay, so we've barely been paying attention, but I think that's all. The main thing was the Verstappen crash. Russell is going to win this. We know that. Russell's going to pick up the 3 points now. He said it was 1 point. It's going to be 3. And is that Russell coming? Yeah, Russell just came across the start-finish line. So it's Russell, Antonelli, and Lindblad. And for the actual race, you see, the thing is, I can't have these names on screen for the actual race because I have the full screen of Gene Rally open. Even then, it's hard to. There's a maneuver there. Somebody overtook somebody. Oh yeah, the other thing, and you can hear the beeps there. This is the last lap. It doesn't update their positions until they all come across the start finish line, or until each one comes across. Then it will update. Those that was the last 2. So that was Albon and Verstappen coming over. So Verstappen overtook, and there was Russell for the 1, 2, 3. Sorry, Russell, Antonelli, and Lindblad. Stroll come first. We've already mentioned Stroll, and there comes Verstappen in, and he got ahead of Albon. That's what I wanted to say there. Albon gets the fastest lap of the race, not obviously of the whole day, but. So Verstappen, he got ahead of Albon throughout that day. We weren't paying attention, but we did say there was a battle there. We weren't sure who, but it was Verstappen. He had those 2 crashes going into pit lane. Unbelievable. We're going to see now in the next race that will come up again. So it's a treacherous entry, and they're just flying around there. And big names like Verstappen having issues. He didn't. He had a bad qualifying and he had a bad race. Antonelli had a bad qualifying too, but at least he got some points here. Verstappen did not. Let's just okay. Let's just sorry. I misspeak. I misfire. But I'm going to go straight on to the next one now. So maybe we can have a look. Okay, we'll have a look at the beautiful Gene Rally main menu background there. I love it so much. I just love a look at the grid. So Bierman. I've been I undersell Bierman in the other broadcast on this, but he's there in sixth, and he was a qualifier. He came from the Division 2 guys. He's here on merit, like Stroll, like Lindblad, and one other guy. Who's the other guy again? Can I see here? Albon. Yeah, sorry, Albon. Of course. And then obviously all the big teams all got in here for the season 1. They were automatically in the top 12. So Bierman there in 6th, Leclerc in 5th on the grid, and then his teammate there in Bierman from the Haas, Leclerc and Hamilton then next in the Ferraris, and then Norris and Piastri in the McLarens in 3rd and 2nd, and Isaac Hadjar, as we've seen, like we said, took it underplaying. We didn't really acknowledge earlier the man with the broken wrist right now as we speak at Zandvoort weekend. I was just watching the qualifying, by the way, for Zandvoort tomorrow. I watched the sprint earlier at 11 a.m. in bed. I loved that. Actually, I wasn't in bed. I got up for it. I watched the last sprint in bed, whatever that was, a few months ago. Who was on pole? Norris got pole. He didn't get pole here, though. He's on 3rd in the grid for this. Hadjar is not involved this weekend, to Lawson's advantage, to Yuki Tsunoda's advantage. Anyway, that's not for this video. We're here for Gene Rally. We're not here for real life. But it is interesting that Hadjar's missing this weekend, but he's one of our stars here of our weekend number 1 from Australia. Okay, let's do that. What's that? Play the video. Let's do this, I'm going to say. Okay, so this one again, this really, really confused me in the moment, but I can forgive myself now. I know what happened now. So Hadjar is going to be in pole. Here we go, 2, 3 red lights that go out, and as you can see, he doesn't get a good start. Piastri gets around him, and the Ferraris are there battling. And then look, keep an eye. You see Norris there. Norris went off track. He went off track to the left. That's the thing. That's the thing that confused me, because I make a big deal here in a minute. I'll make a big deal. Piastri getting a great lead. Oh, and there's a crash. And there's the 2 Ferraris. The 2 Ferraris crash as well in pit lane. That's the other thing I meant to say. Massive moment there. The 2 Ferraris crash. Epic moment. On GL Sports. Could not believe that. But yeah, so Hadjar was under pressure from Norris. Norris got around him here. Yeah, there goes Norris around Hadjar. I was going crazy here, because then Bierman comes too. There goes Bierman around him too. So Hadjar was back into 4th, I thought. But no, the thing was Norris had a lap deleted. Look at Norris's laps. He's only on 1 lap. Everyone else is 2. Well, Hamilton has one. There goes Hamilton now. Yeah, so the Ferraris were delayed, obviously, with their double crash there. And there's another crash. So that was Norris going in as well. So he's even extra delayed. So that was the thing. And then the other thing, Hadjar got back around Bierman at the end of that lap. I didn't mention there as it happened, but a few seconds ago, if you were watching them, he did actually get back around them. So I was really, and that's basically the main drama then for this one. Piastri's going to take first, Hadjar takes second, Bierman takes third. Amazing from Bierman. We'll come back to that though. But with Hadjar in the broadcast, I was saying, I said he's been found out. He's back to 4th. It looked like he was, but then I did not realize, because I was keeping my eyes on so much stuff. I didn't realize Norris had his lap deleted, or not for a while. I think it was only after the race I realized his lap was deleted. I did realize he was in 6th. I couldn't understand what had happened there. But yeah, afterwards I was like, okay, yeah, if you exceed track limits, you don't get a penalty in this. Your lap just gets deleted. That's the way it works. It's great. I love the harshness of that. And we're going to have to keep an eye out for that later. I was on 7 of 9 now. But then, I said that I thought Hadjar was in 4th, but then at the start of the next lap, or during the next lap, I noticed he was in 2nd. And then it was only looking back, I realized he had overtaken Bierman again. He was battling the Haas of Bierman in his Red Bull just before the line, and he got ahead again by like in 2nd. He kept 2nd, and we're on 8 of 9 now. So this has been a fascinating weekend here from Australia, from Albert Park. I kept on saying, it sounded like I was saying Oliver Park in the other video too. I was just talking so fast, so excited. There we go. There's the bleeps, the bings, signified last lap, and it is with Piastri in the lead. Like we said, with Hadjar and Bierman, and then the two Ferraris will be happy. They'll get extra points from what they thought they were going to get. And the original one that we said, we've added them on now, and they're not going to be last here. Thanks to that, Norris can say he was forced off. It's actually a battle. You should watch back, see what happened. Yourself, and then let us know in the comments what you think. Well, it should be the right thing there from the stewards as they all come around now, and that's the end of the race. And there's your results: Piastri, Hadjar, Bierman, Hamilton, Leclerc, and Norris. Norris did get the fastest lap as well. That gives him an extra point. We're doing that. And can we go on now to the spreadsheet? Yeah, there we go. Now I'm just watching my actual the video as I've it laid out here. So there you go. I'll pause my own video. So there we go. Confirmation of all the results. The correct points are inserted there, as you can see. Piastri with the green number 1 to say he's the winner of this Grand Prix. You can see in qualifying we have green and orange to signify. The orange signifies are on the front row, obviously. Of the 2 races, green, 2 greens, and then there's 1 master green. And as you can see, the races are back combined now. In the previous one, we had race A at the 1 to 6, now B at the 1 to 6. But now the rankings are combined. You've got 1 to 12. You have the points from 12 to Piastri, 9 then to Hadjar, 7 to Bierman. Hamilton gets 6, Leclerc 5, Norris gets 5 thanks to his fastest lap. He would have got 4 otherwise. You can see his green there in his time to signify that. So I'm trying to educate you guys as we come on here. This is probably going to get better. I'm going to get tighter at this. I'm going to get so good. Especially in the live broadcast. Here at least I had time to think. I was so confused about that, like I said, that race, what happened. Now we know, and I don't feel as bad now, because what I was commentating on did actually happen. That's the thing. That's what confused me in the moment. I was sure Norris was battling with Hadjar, and then I was sure that Bierman got around Hadjar then as well. And then the next thing I know, Hadjar was back in second suddenly. But it was just the fact that Norris was not even on the same lap, and then I just missed him getting around Bierman again, because obviously he's superior there in the Red Bull and a more experienced driver, and not too much more experienced, a little bit, but he's obviously in the better car in that. So that's that. What was I saying? Where was I with this? Just about making videos and stuff. I don't know. I get confused. I get really confused. Get lost in my thoughts. Here at GL Sports, myself, Gianluca Chestiron. I remember actually, because we have the GL Sports podcast, and I like to just ramble as well. That's the thing. Where if you don't like this, you don't want to watch this or listen to this, because I just like talking too. We don't just talk about the race, but I remember one of my old nicknames. I completely forgot. We're talking about my nicknames. One was good luck GL. It was kind of because GL for good luck, GL for Gianluca. Back to this anyway. So Piastri, Hadjar, Bierman. That's your 1, 2, 3, 12 for Piastri. But then Bierman. We want to get back into that, because this is an amazing story here for Ollie Bierman. He started off in Division 2. There's 10 drivers in Division 2. Sorry. Well, we started off with 8. So we started off with 8 in the top 12 with 4 spaces to go. So all the 14 guys from them were basically in Division 2 to start with. Now there's 10, because 4 of them have progressed here, like we said. He was one of them. I think he won the race. The top 4 in that race, the grand qualifying race at the end of the previous weekend, the weekend number 0 from Bahrain pre-season qualifying. I think Bierman. I'm pretty sure Bierman won that as well. So he's really impressing. He qualified here for race A, and then he's got a podium. But the only reason he got it, of course, is because of that the mad first few turns there, where I feel like we're going to be seeing this again throughout the season, where the Ferraris clashed. I'm not sure with each other, or maybe with I think it was just with. I think the 2 Ferraris hit each other in those opening first few turns. That's why they both had to go into the garage, and then they both crashed on the way into the garage. So that was to Bierman's advantage, and then Norris also went off, and I think he might have been doing an evasive action at that moment. That's why he exceeded track limits. Very unfair, really. He'll say. I'm sure he's not going to be pleased with that. That's just the way it ended up, though. There's no stewards' inquiries here. We just do it the way the game tells us. So Bierman was slightly lucky, you could say, but it's going to be a fascinating season as we progress. So yeah, Ferrari do get some good points though. At least they had 2 drivers in there, and McLaren bookend 1 to 6, and they get that fastest lap too. Then Mercedes as well. As we can move on as well to this page, to this one, because we have our actual league tables here. Where I'm talking, since I'm talking about the teams, yeah, McLaren at the top. They get their 17 combined from Piastri and Norris. Norris with that fastest lap, adding on, it would have been 16, otherwise now 17. Ferrari as well. Red Bull, then, they've only 1 driver in the top. Sorry, they had only 1 driver in race A, so because of Max Verstappen. We should have said Max Verstappen had a terrible qualifying. Maybe we did say Max Verstappen, one of the worst, one of the underachievers in qualifying. And you can see there, even below Stroll, he ended up in the race, in race B. So that speaks for itself. Haas, we delighted, unbelievable from Haas that they're even here, let alone number 4 ahead of Mercedes. But a long way to go here, like we said. Anything can happen. I can't wait for Shanghai. I hope to do Shanghai now later on today. It's 22nd of August, by the way. We've Zandvoort. This is Zandvoort weekend. I was watching the F1 Academy. I love F1 Academy. The young female drivers league. They do now. I was watching the qualifying from that. I have not watched the actual races. I think they did the reverse grid. And then I did, like I said, watch the sprint this morning. I watched the sprint qualifying highlights, and I watched the sprint from 11. Then went out and came back. Actually, I missed the start of qualifying for the Grand Prix. I think I mistimed it. I thought it was on later, but I got the main bits. You always know who's going to be eliminated first anyway. And it's like Arwen, mate. Well, the big surprise with Arwen is Stroll's in there. I think everything else is kind of normal. Williams have not been doing good this year. So that's one thing. But yeah, obviously Mercedes really struggled this weekend. That's one thing that's not lifelike. Anyway, that's that. Well, just quickly glance here at the Masters sheet. Australia is done. China is next. I'm going to see then Japan, then USA, and Canada, and Monaco into the distance. It's going to be a fascinating season here on Geosports Gene Rally F1 2026. Myself, Gianluca Chestiron, signing off here from this review. I'll catch you on the next one, and thank you. Much love. Goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye.